What's up, guys? My name's Mike, and welcome back to my channel. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different than the last episode. And the reason why is I'm really excited to get this on YouTube and show somebody's amazing talent with filming and just the hard work that they put in out of kindness for me. Damien is a local videographer. His company is Sil80 Media, and Damien has been a fantastic person to get to know and work with. He has done me and so many others in the community right, and his talent really shows. He's a growing videographer here based in Central Arkansas and has a great talent. So recently, and I say recently, probably a year ago, I'd say, right in a year ago, maybe a little bit less than a year ago, Damien reached out to me about doing a little documentary about my drift car. And this was before it even had paint on it, when it was in 4 different shades of primer black and 2 shades of primer gray, engine out and everything. He said, hey, I'd like to do a little documentary showing your drift car and, you know, what you're having to go through and a little backstory about the car and where it came from. And I thought, man, that's an absolutely humbling experience. Sure, let's do it. So Damien and I worked together over this past year through the spring and the summer, and then, you know, all the way up until recently with TogeCon, of doing a whole video series, you know, getting as much content as possible for him to make a small documentary about, you know, me and my car, which at the end of the day, I'm extremely humbled by that and appreciative, because it was really cool to get to, you know, when you build a car and you've spent so many years like I have, of 6.5, almost 7 years to complete a car, you sometimes forget where you started and just how much work was involved in a build, you know, and so you get to appreciate that hard work again and kind of relive it. Even if some of it was a little bit of a nightmare to get done, it really was exciting to watch, you know, Damien's work, see my car and the progression through it from when I got it to where it is now. So I'm greatly appreciative by that work, and I just wanted to share that with you. The next couple episodes I have lined up. My goal is to post every other Monday. So I want to keep it where I have time to be able to create content. As I'm going back to work full-time in aviation, I will be crazy busy. But I want to make sure that I can still get content and still keep it fun and show you guys cool things that I'm doing and building, and hopefully sharing my knowledge with you guys. For those of you that have subscribed and have watched this the last video, my first video, thank you guys so much. Very excited. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to get rich off this. I don't, you know, want to go crazy famous. I just want to be able to film and enjoy and do this kind of stuff and share my knowledge and excitement and passion with others who love it also. So without any more rambling, I'm going to go ahead and put on the documentary.
My name is Mike, and this is my 1990 Nissan 240 SX. So originally it started life as a clapped shell in really rough shape, and now it's a painted clapped shell. But I went through the trouble of deciding I wanted to swap a 1JZ in it. Originally the car started off with no motor in it, and I had a KA, was going to go that route. Then decided I'll do a 5.3. You know, at the time, 5 years ago, Sticky was about the only people that had a kit for it, and my budget said no. So I thought, well, the cheaper idea would be to buy a 1JZ, since I could find this one, for instance, for $600. I thought, oh, I'll just 1J swap my car, that'll be the cheap route. And unfortunately, I was wrong. So here I am. I've got a top mount set up on a VVTi motor. It's a BorgWarner S257 ID 1050s. The car has gone through and been completely brought from the ground up. It now has a tube front end, full cage by Ardent Fabrication. I've done an extensive amount of changing on the car with angle, with all the suspension, coilovers, done a painless harness, running all AEM stuff. So the car now has just kind of been overbuilt, but I really enjoy what it's become. It's definitely been a headache. It's taken about 6 years to build this chassis from nothing to something, but in the end, it's brought a lot of smiles, and I really can't complain. It doesn't just put a smile on my face, it puts a smile on a lot of people's faces.
Pretty wild to know that the 1J weighs as much as what's easy here?
I just rotate that way.
Rotate. Is this high enough?
Maybe a little bit higher. This one we got it down. We'll probably just hang the transmission over.
Go over here. If anything, we could probably scoot forward a bit.
Yeah, let's go down.
Go down a bit or forward?
Out forward. Okay, hold tight.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Well, after almost 7 years, the car finally has all of its color, and it's kind of the end result of it. Can't believe, it's kind of weird to think about it being done. I know we got it painted here about 2 months ago. It didn't feel like my car being primered for so long. You know, I bought this car at the end of 2015 and started working on it in 2017, about January, February area. The car has just always been to me just a primered box that I've just been constantly working on. And now I look at it and the whole livery's done, the paint's done, the wing is on, it runs and drives. It's just, it's a surreal feeling. But I have to take a moment and say thank you for those that have supported me and helped me with this. First of all, Damien, of course you've done so much for me with filming this venture and kind of being along through the ride of it going from ugly to what it is now. Raven and Erin. Raven did such an amazing job with painting this car, and she just did it out of the kindness of her heart, which is more than I could ever ask for out of anyone. And got purple. That's the color I've always kind of wanted on this chassis. I always wanted a purple car, and I got it. And definitely a massive thank you to Luke Mercado with Lab 66. He absolutely did a fantastic job, kind of show it off a little bit. He did all the graphics, and in fact, we stayed up till 5 a.m. this morning, finishing everything up so that I could take the car home and go ahead and get it ready for the drift event next weekend. So it's wild because you think about it, because I remember 6 years ago, sitting in this car, no engine, no front end, most of the body panel's missing, no interior, and sitting in it and listening to drift videos of like Steve Angerman, listening to his 1J hatch and watching him drift and thinking, you know, one day I'm gonna get there with this car. And a lot of money and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears later, but it's here, and I couldn't be more proud of it. So now it's just relaxing, kind of toning it down from the build and actually enjoying the hard work and labor that's gone into this car, and hopefully putting some smiles on not only my face, but a lot of other people with ride-alongs this season, and continuing on as long as I have this chassis of hopefully, we'll see if I get competitive with it. You know, obviously that was the point of building a car like this, was to be able to, you know, do Pro-Am stuff down the road, but in the end, it's just to smile and enjoy my hard work.